Months after there was this huge controversy that Andhra Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu was reaching out to HAL to move from Karnataka to Andhra Pradesh, which even sparked a clarification from the Andhra Chief Minister. Once again, the fight is over investment. Once again, the fight is between the same two states, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. This time over an aerospace hub that was planned close to Devanahalli. You know Bengaluru well, you know the airport is located in Devanahalli. Very close to that, the Karnataka government had given the go-ahead for this massive aerospace hub. It sparked protests by farmers. So the Karnataka government immediately stepped back and said, we will not acquire that land. So in swooped in Andhra Pradesh government with Nara Lokesh, minister, immediately saying, come and build this aerospace hub in Andhra Pradesh. It's led to a war of words as the Karnataka government and ministers who are part of the siddaramaiah cabinet are now going ahead and putting out one version after another on social media, attempting damage control, saying, no, we will give an alternate site. There's no reason for the aerospace hub to be built anywhere outside of Karnataka. Let's get you all of the reactions first in our report.
Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah's decision to halt land acquisition for a proposed aerospace park has triggered sharp political and industrial tremors, not just within the state but across its border. Siddaramaiah cited farmer protest as the reason for scrapping the plan, stressing that the fertile land near Bengaluru sustains livelihoods and could not be compromised.
The notification entirely is dropped. Those who want to give lands to the government for the development of the industry, we will take such lands.
With consent.
With consent.
Sensing an opening, Andhra Pradesh moved fast. Minister Nara Lokesh issued a public invitation to aerospace giants, pitching Andhra as the next big launchpad. His message on X did not hold back, highlighting a pro-investment policy, 8,000 acres of ready-to-use land, and one detail impossible to ignore. The earmarked land is close to Bengaluru, a clear dig at Karnataka's missed opportunity. Nara Lokesh even offered land to investors at an astonishingly low price of just 99 paise.
It worked out really well. We closed TCS, we closed Cognizant. A few other are on their way. Next cabinet meetings you'll hear about them. So a lot of work has been done. And if state, one asset that the state has, which it can favorably give, is land. And if I'm giving it to the top 100 IT companies in India and across the globe.
And it did not stop there. The TDP said that if Karnataka can't deliver, Sriharikota, already home to ISRO's launchpad and aerospace infrastructure, is more than ready to take off.
So doing a phenomenal work. During the COVID time, everyone appreciated. In the same way, we want to develop other parks as well. And this opportunity has come to us wherein the Karnataka couldn't deliver on the land that they promised. So we are saying there's an ecosystem that is already there. Come explore here. We'll handhold you. We will deliver whatever that is required for the industry to flourish.
Reacting to Andhra's aggressive pitch, the Karnataka government has sprung into action. Now ministers assert that alternative land will be provided, stressing that they won't allow key investors to slip away to Andhra.
And Bangalore has many plus points apart from the land. Okay, if definitely we are not able to give the land, so somewhere else we give. So we will definitely not let the other investors to go somewhere like Andhra Pradesh or Tamil Nadu or Maharashtra, something like that.
We will find a solution. Since the farmer had got a strong opinion, this land should not be given to industries, for which the government team himself has agreed. And we have voluntarily told if any farmer wants to give a land, he can give. It doesn't mean that the project is scrapped. ಐದರ್ ವೇ ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲನೋ ಒಂದು ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ನಮ್ಮ IT ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಗಳು ಇಬ್ಬರು ಪ್ರೊಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬೇರೆ ಒಂದು ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಹುಡುಕೊಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇದೇನೋ ಸಮಯ ಸಾಧಕನಂಗೆ ಒಂದು ಟ್ವೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ there's nothing like that.
One state's U-turn has become another state's platform for takeoff. Andhra's pitch has rattled Karnataka, but the fight for aerospace glory is far from over. With Amit Bharadwaj, Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, let me bring in now Apurva Jayachandran, who's joining us live from Vijayawada. We also have Sagar Raj, who's joining us from Bengaluru. It's between Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh that you're currently seeing this kind of a tussle-away investment. And like I said, not the first time it's happening. Sagar, is the Karnataka government kind of panicking now that there are attempts by Andhra Pradesh seemingly to take away some of their investments the second time it's happening?
See, there are confusion within the Karnataka government that how they are going to approach and how the damage control will be done. But if you notice that this particular promise of de-notifying the land which has been acquired by the Karnataka government was made when the Congress was in opposition. And remember, this particular land that we are talking about was acquired during the BJP time. And at that point of time, the farmers had protested, and then opposition leader and now Chief Minister siddaramaiah had visited the site of their protest and promised that if Congress comes back to power, they'll ensure that they will scrap this acquisition which has been made by the government. And subsequently, the farmers continue to protest. There were multiple meetings. This is not the first meeting, but multiple meetings. After these 2-3 meetings, now the government have decided that they will go ahead and scrap the acquisition policy of Karnataka government of taking over the land in and out around Devnalli as well as Chennarayapatna Taluk. So now the government says that they try to find an alternative land. The question is that the leaders as well as the government is saying that if it is not Bangalore, it is going to be tough for all those aerospace companies because ecosystem, talent pool, infrastructure, and the environment that they get in Bangalore, you're not able to find the similar kind of setup anywhere else, whether it is Andhra Pradesh or Telangana. It is going to be a tough battle for them. And even if you notice, of late, there was a delegation which has visited the US and they got around 7,100 crores of investment. Even at that point of time, they claimed that the central government play politics. If not, they would have got double the number because everybody wants to come here in Bengaluru and invest.
Sagai, I think it's very clear where you stand in this interstate fight between Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. But I'll bring in Apurva to bring in the other side as well because I'm having, and I'll take a guess, wild guess here that Apurva is going to be siding with Andhra Pradesh. Apurva, what's the Andhra Pradesh's pitch right now to take away investments from Bengaluru? Not going to be easy based on what Sagai has said.
Well, Akshita, it's not moreover taking away investments from Bengaluru, but rather getting investments of our own. Andhra Pradesh, over the last 10 years, we've seen there's been a complete slowdown of investments. And now what the Andhra Pradesh government is trying to see essentially is not ease of doing business, which is, the norm in across India, but more rather Andhra Pradesh government and rather Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu is focused on the speed of doing business. As a part of this initiative by the Andhra Pradesh government, this is where Andhra Pradesh government is trying to rope in the big leagues there, trying to give them land, trying to give them all possible opportunities to ensure that they will be able to set up their plant at their request, at their call and beck, whenever needed, however needed and how much ever needed. And that's the stand that you can see that has been put forth by Andhra Pradesh IT Minister and Education Minister there, Nara Lokesh, as well in his tweet today. In fact, earlier on, remember when we had a conversation with Nara Lokesh, he also talked about how there's going to be 100 companies there, top 100 companies. If they want land and investments to be set up in Andhra Pradesh government is ready to give it at 99 paisa there, just so that investments can be brought in for the development of Andhra Pradesh, and more importantly, for the job opportunities that the youth will give. The Andhra Pradesh government right now is focused on getting in jobs, getting in investments, and more importantly, it's not about snatching away anybody else's opportunity, but making an opportunity of our own.
Okay, I've got panelists lined up, but Sagai and Apurva have pretty much summed up for you what they both believe being residents of their respective states. So Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh, you've got both sides there on your screens right now. Thanks, Sagai. Thanks, Apurva, for joining us with those details. Let me open this up. Joining us here on Super 6 is Prashant GS, spokesperson of the Karnataka BJP. We have Pattabhiram Komareddy, national spokesperson of the Telugu Desam Party, and Shatabhish Shivanna, deputy spokesperson of the Karnataka Congress. Thank you all very much for your time. I'd like to begin with Shivanna on what really the Karnataka government has to say about Andhra Pradesh swooping in right now, Shivanna, and saying you don't get land in Bengaluru, don't get land in Karnataka, no problem. Come over to Andhra.
So if the aerospace industry chooses either Andhra Pradesh or Karnataka or both, ultimately it benefits the nation. And if Nara Lokesh ji believes that aerospace parks now come with Twitter invites, then I have nothing but to wish him good luck. Karnataka does not build ecosystems on social media. We build them on the basis of science, on the basis of skill, and on the basis of legacy. You know, what we have paused right now was a coercive land acquisition process, not our aerospace ambition. What we have simply done is what we have promised. We promised that we will protect the farmers while pursuing growth. Now, Karnataka doesn't just offer land. It offers India's #1 aerospace and defense ecosystem. We have built the country's strongest base over decades. We contribute to 65% of India's aerospace output. We are ranked #1 in the world. We are ranked #3 globally. It's not just about aerospace or anything. Many industries want to collaborate with Karnataka. They want to continue expanding in Karnataka, and industry leaders value long-term stability as opposed to opportunistic pitches.
Okay.
On Twitter is what I would say. If you are focusing on as opposed to capitalizing on the policy decisions taken by the state of Karnataka and focus on your own state, I think we will have better conditions. And if land is all you have to offer, and if land was all it took to build a system, then deserts would be an innovation hub. You know, you require more than land. You require the ecosystem. You require the.
So are you saying, Shivanna, you're not worried at all that, with Andhra Pradesh working so hard to get in investments, it could cost Bengaluru, Karnataka?
See, I specifically stated Karnataka is not letting go our aerospace ambition. We are focusing towards it. We are also interested in protecting the rights of our farmers. So we have to try to strike a balance between the two. And we are not trying to out-tweet anyone. We are building where it matters. On the ground with the companies, with the investors, and with the people of Karnataka. Now, if Andhra Pradesh wants to expand, we wish them good luck. But at what cost? Focus on yourselves rather than capitalizing on the state of Karnataka's policy decisions.
Okay, let me bring in the TDP on this also. Komareddy Garu, your opening comments. Is the Andhra Pradesh government constantly looking and eyeing investments in Karnataka? Previously, the controversy over HAL, and now this one.
See, it's not just looking at Karnataka alone. We are looking at bringing in investments from across the country and from across the globe. Look at the kind of investments that we were able to bring in the past 1 year after the NDA took over under the chief ministership of Mr. Nadu. We've got Infosys, we've got TCS, we've got Cognizant, we've got Microsoft, we've got Google, and many other companies are lining up. So it is all because of the efforts of our Honorable CM Mr. Naidu and Mr. Lokesh, who is heading the Cabinet Subcommittee on Investments. And what is wrong in extending an invitation? See, if the government in Karnataka had said that they are scrapping their aerospace park, what is wrong in extending an invitation to come out to Andhra Pradesh? Yes, we believe, as your bureau in Andhra Pradesh, Apurva had rightly said, we believe in speed of doing business. We react very fast, and also the kind of ecosystem we have launched the best space policy in the country. My friend from Congress should study our policy and learn how to draft space policy. You look at our policy, the kind of incentives, the kind of other subsidies that we are offering. That is the reason why people are looking at our state, and there should be this kind of healthy competition. There is nothing wrong between having a competition between two states. Yeah,
no,
I mean, as Shivanna had rightly said, it is ultimately the country which is going to benefit. So we
You
are,
know, I will
we are
only say
happy
this
to
much,
compete.
Komareddy Garu. I am happy
We are
that
happy
today
to
we're doing a
compete with every
discussion
other
where the
state.
political face-off is over investment, is over development. So that's a welcome change for sure. Shivanna, I'll give you a chance to respond.
No, absolutely. We have no problems whatsoever with the ambition of Andhra Pradesh, the manner in which they are working. But insofar as aerospace is concerned, we have the biggest and most advanced systems in place. So I don't think the investors are just going to walk away from us. They understand the kind of potential
We
Bangalore
have
has.
ISRO in
has.
Sriharikota. The
So I
launch
did not,
pad of the India space program is in
I did
Andhra
not
Pradesh.
interrupt you. Sir. I did not
My
interrupt
friend,
you.
don't
I did
forget
not
Okay.
interrupt you.
Sriharikota.
I did
Okay,
not
Shivanna,
interrupt you.
finish your point. Yeah.
No, all we are saying is we are working where it matters. We are working with the companies, we're working with the investors. What we have done is we have not shelved the entire aerospace ambition. We are not going to can the aerospace park. The manner in which land acquisition had been initiated in 2022, back then by the BJP dispensation, the certain farmers of our state believe that it is coercive in nature. They were protesting against it for over 3 years now. So it is also our duty as the state government to consult all stakeholders. We are protecting the interests of the farmers and we are also keeping our aerospace park ambition alive. Now, it is not the case that overnight, just by offering 8,000 crores at rupees 50 paisa or whatever they're doing, it's not the aerospace industry is not going to shift to Andhra Pradesh. I hope they do. I hope they give the infrastructure that also enables them to put out an aerospace industry. We welcome that. But at the moment, Karnataka is strong. It is stable. We are ensuring that we will grow along with protecting our farmers' interests.
The question here, and before I bring in Mr. Prashant, I'll just get a quick response from Komareddy Garu as well on what Shivanna has said. Can, an Andhra Pradesh actually compete with a massive market like Bengaluru, with a Karnataka, which is known to be one of the biggest investment hubs of the country, sir?
See, the track record of the NDA government in the past 1 year itself showcases, the kind of capabilities the state has and the proactiveness of the government, the speed at which the government is working. And as far as the space program is concerned, we have Sriharikota. ISRO is at Sriharikota. The launch pad of India space program is in Sriharikota in Andhra Pradesh. What else do you want? The kind of ecosystem is already there in Andhra Pradesh. The kind of infrastructure that is required is already there. We have the human resources. We have the largest pool of human resources available when you compare it with many other states in the country. So all that we have, and also we have a dynamic leadership, a leadership which reacts quickly, and we have the best policy in hand. The space policy that we have recently launched, we are giving capital subsidy to the tune of around 45%. And we are planning to attract 25,000 crores of investment alone in aerospace sector. So we have all that is required, and that is the reason why we are acting quickly and we are ready to compete. Whether it be with Karnataka or Tamil Nadu, let there be a competition, let the better state, benefit from it. So this kind of competitive spirit, ultimately, it will benefit the nation and the citizens of this country. So what's wrong in it?
No, very true. Let me bring in Mr. Prashant, who's been waiting rather patiently to have his say. Mr. Prashant, are you in a catch-22 situation here, part of the BJP, but also a Kannadiga? Where do you stand on what's happening right now?
Akshita, as BJP or as a citizen of the country, it is nation first. Nation first, party next, and self last. Therefore, that has been the motto of BJP. Therefore, whether Andhra Pradesh gets the investment or Karnataka gets the investment, it is towards Vikasit Bharat 2047, aligned with the mission of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Under his leadership, Vikasit Bharat 2047 will be a reality. Be that as it may, where is Karnataka losing out today? Because if Karnataka showed the world what it can do, in the past also there were instances when Chandrababu Naidu in his first term tried to compete with Karnataka. Maybe he came close, but Karnataka was way ahead in those times. And successive governments of Karnataka held forth to ensure that Karnataka remains the favored destination. And now, when it comes to such an important component of the aerospace policy and for land for that, what was the government doing for the past 2 years? If the farmers have been protesting for more than 2 years, Congress did not even prioritize that. And in the tussle for the seat fight between CM and the DCM, and with some vested interest now taking part in the protest of the farmers, suddenly the CM cancels this land acquisition. Instead, he should have spoken to the farmers across the table and told them, given them a better price, so that the farmers would be persuaded to give up the land, which he has not done. A fresh policy has to be mooted, which means, are the investors really looking at waiting indefinitely without knowing how the state's policy is looking up? Therefore, it should be a wake-up call for the corrupt Congress in Karnataka to say that you cannot rest on past glory. The nation is moving ahead fast. Investors are thinking ahead of time, and therefore, all that they need is a robust mechanism where you have a single window clearance and
Okay.
investment friendly atmosphere, which is lacking in the state of Karnataka now because Congress is busy infighting and looting the
Okay.
people of Karnataka.
So,
Development has taken a
let's talk
backseat
about the
for the last
handling
2
of this
years.
entire issue and how this land acquisition has now been cancelled. Shivanna, the question that then will be asked is whether messaging is being sent across. You're saying that, look, Karnataka is strong, Karnataka is an investment hub, but is there messaging also that goes across here? Very often you see, of course, these clashes of farmers versus this kind of development of industry being set up. Is the messaging from the government that, look, we will side with the farmers at the cost of that development, the cost of that industry coming up?
Not at all. Protecting the interests of the farmers is our primary goal. At the same time, industrial growth is also required. Now, I feel like there is a misconception laid out in the media and by the BJP spokesperson. BJP spokesperson who says that we are shelving the entire aerospace park dream. That is not the case. We have only stopped the land
I
acquisition
think the Congress is
process.
talking about an
So,
idealist position, which
sir,
they
I
are
don't
not in.
Mr.
understand why
Prashant,
you
just
are
hold on.
interrupting.
We'll come to you, sir. I'll give you a chance to respond. Shivana, go ahead.
It is already ridiculous that he spiraled this entire debate into a BJP versus a Congress tu meme. We are talking about Karnataka's growth. We are talking about the farmers, and he calls it vested interest. It is our duty to protect the interests of the farmers. At the same time, we are talking to our investors as aerospace clusters are already active in Tumkuru, Belgavi, and other parts of Devnali, and we are providing everything that they require. We're taking them into confidence. What more do you want? And it's not as though the aerospace investors or the industry heads are saying we are intended or inclined to move towards Andhra Pradesh. That is not the case. They are with Karnataka. It is only on the basis of a tweet. And we don't want to, out-tweet somebody. We wish them good luck in all their ambitions and aspirations. At the same time, the signaling goes both to the industry heads as well as the farmers that we are with you, we are with growth, and we are with the interests of the citizens of Karnataka and the citizens of the nation.
Okay, Mr. Prashant, quickly your rebuttal and then I'll wrap this up.
Yes.
Go ahead, sir.
When we say vested interest, if the farmers protested for more than 2 years, which gentleman suddenly took part in that and Siddaramaiah took back his decision? Which means there are people behind the scenes ensuring that this doesn't happen. Now, Mr. Shatavi Shivanna,
Mr.
now
Shivanna, I'll
don't
give you a
interrupt
chance to
me.
respond.
Please
Please, one
keep
at a
quiet.
time.
Please keep quiet. Okay, so therefore, we don't know the unknown hands who are stopping the development of Karnataka
one
within
at
the
a time.
Congress.
Hold on.
Because Congress itself is a divided house and they're stalling the development of the state. It's not that the industry veterans may go out in a day, but definitely when other state is offering opportunities at the drop of a hat, concessional land and single window clearance, and the minister taking proactive steps, as an investor, don't you think that they will be lured away? The chances are high because here you are facing bureaucratic trouble. The CM and the DCM don't see eye to eye. You don't know what the industrial policy is going to be. And therefore, when unfavorable conditions versus a favorable government and support from the government is there, who do you think the investors will choose? Will they go behind the past glory of Karnataka? They may not. Which is why, as BJP, we are really concerned that this Congress government, which is completely corrupt, is spoiling the future of Karnataka. And the youth of Karnataka would not get jobs here with this policy of the corrupt Congress government.
Okay, all right. I'm wrapping this up. Thank you very much to all of our panelists for joining us on this broadcast. I'll just end it on the note that I began with, that I'm happy to see political parties coming together, not bickering over an ugly war of words over other issues, but over development, over investment, over opportunities. This is healthy competition. Hopefully, it will help every single state involved to grow further. Thank you very much to all of our panelists for joining us on this broadcast. We're cutting across to breaking news coming in. Let's get you the latest updates on the water war between Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. The central government has now stepped in on the Godavari fight that's been playing out between Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, so much so that both the chief ministers are in Delhi. Now, the centre is playing peacemaker here. A new committee has been set up to talk to both states and figure out a middle ground. The government is attempting to bring peace between Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. This comes after the Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu as well as the Telangana Chief Minister Revanth Reddy met with the Jal Shakti Minister today in the national capital. So now we'll have to see whether it eases out, because so far, while Andhra Pradesh has been saying that we want to go ahead with this project, Telangana has been steadfast in their claim that any such construction that happens along the Godavari is unfair to them. What exactly is this water war all about? Let me tell you why Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, the two Telugu states, are actually fighting it out over the Godavari water projects. Sources have confirmed to us that there's been a meeting at the Jal Shakti Ministry where you had Chief Minister Naidu meeting with the Jal Shakti Minister and also the Telangana Chief Minister. Telangana's clearly drawn red lines on what exactly they will allow, and the fact that they are not open to any sort of negotiation on the Godavari water diversion project. According to the Telangana Chief Minister Revanth Reddy, he says that this project violates several government policies, statutes. It requires environmental clearances as well. This water war continues, so we'll have to see whether with the centre stepping in, forming a panel, that mediation will actually help in easing off these tensions. Let's in fact get you a sense of what exactly this showdown is about. The Banakacherla water project. It's over this project that you're seeing a face-off. I'll just explain to you why Telangana government isn't happy with this proposed project by Chandrababu Naidu. We'll play out that video for you, in which essentially you see that at the Polavaram Dam is where the surplus flood water Chandrababu Naidu is proposing gets diverted off using canals. These are wide canals that will be built, and the water then merges with the Krishna river, which flows into several parts of Andhra Pradesh. That water will then be stored at the Banakacherla reservoir, which is what the proposed project is. It will then be sent to the Rayalaseema region. So places like Kadapa and other districts that suffer from drought will no longer. That is the idea behind this project. Chandrababu Naidu says that, look, this is surplus flood water. We're not touching Telangana's share. Telangana says we have equal right to that water because that's the agreed decision taken between both the states on sharing of the Godavari water, which is why they're saying we will not allow this project to move forward. Let's get you the political reactions also on this.
I think if once you sit across the table and start discussing, all these issues will be resolved. These are all the issues that is being talked about are all apprehensions. All these apprehensions can be cleared off once we sit across the table and explain what we are trying to do with this Godavari Banakacherla project. For that, this meeting has been called for, and I hope in this meeting those issues will be resolved between the both the CMs of the states.
Whatever it may be, both the states must solve their issues, and I'm happy that the Government of India has taken initiative to call both the CMs and take a call on this issue. So today the talks are there, so therefore what all they are going to discuss we don't know, but let us hope that these water disputes are settled between the two states once for all. And I definitely, from the Government of India side, they are trying all methods, all steps are being taken. But unfortunately, the earlier government used to go to court and tribunal every now and then. But somewhere full stop has to be made to these water disputes. And I'm sure that the tri-party, this meeting which is going to happen today afternoon, some solution may come out.
Okay, let me bring in Amit Bharadwaj and Abdul Bashir for the latest updates. Amit, to you first on what's transpired in Delhi. Both the chief ministers have been here. Both have had meetings with the Jal Shakti Ministry. What's emerged from that meeting?
Akshita, what we are given to understand that, it ended up being an amicable meeting and there was sense of consensus as well, largely on a lot of issues that were discussed. Initially, it was being viewed that Andhra Pradesh is focusing on its core agenda of godavari water, while, Revant Reddy or Telangana had their other priorities and they wanted, there were signals and fillers being sent to the central government that they do not want to speak about the godavari water. But eventually, what has come out of this particular meeting between the Jal Shakti Ministry, Telangana government and the Andhra Pradesh government is that a committee is being formed. This committee will have members from the technical department as well as the administrative side from both the states, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh as well. And the central government, officers including CWC members could be actually part of this particular committee. The structure is being finalized, which could actually shape by next week, and the mandate will be to finalize the roadmap, the technical issues, the administrative issues into the water sharing issue of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. And, now the discussion is also about the Krishna water as well as the Godavari water. What Andhra Pradesh is intending to do out here is that use the surplus water, which they say that around 3,000 TMC of water is surplus water which goes to waste into the sea. So we intend to take that water from Polavaram project and take it
But despite that, very clearly Telangana has been against it. And I want to bring in Abdul Bashir on what the Telangana government has to say. Have they softened their stand, Abdul, on this particular project, on the Banakacherla project, after the meeting with the Jal Shakti Ministry?
Well, Akshita, to understand this whole issue, the main dispute is about the water share that was decided between both the states during the reorganization in the Reorganization Act. Now, here Telangana has alleged that Andhra Pradesh had regularly taken surplus water through Banakacherla regulator. This regulator, which gives water to provides drinking water to Chennai and irrigation water to Rayalaseema. So excess amount of water is being taken by Andhra Pradesh, but Telangana is not getting their rightful share. Is the whole dispute. Now here, when this regulator is where the Telangana government is unable to monitor how much amount of water is being sent there, but what the rightful share to Telangana is not given is what their clear stand is. Now in the meeting with the Union Minister, Jal Shakti Minister, it has been clear that Andhra Pradesh had agreed to a suggestion made by Telangana Chief Minister Revant Reddy to install a telemetry equipment. Now, this equipment will monitor the amount of water which is being released by both the states or taken by both the states. Now, this is the main solution to the whole dispute here as to what is the amount of water that is being shared by both the states. Now, the other agreement was done between both the chief ministers, is that Krishna River, Godavari River Management Board will be set up, headquarter will be set up in Telangana, and Krishna River Management Board will be set up in Andhra Pradesh.
So what's very clear right now is that there is a need for mediation, which is why the central government has stepped in with a committee that will look into a formula that's fair for both states. So let's hope that this water war doesn't escalate further. We've seen enough of these across the country between so many states. We don't need another one. Thanks very much, Abdul and Amit, for joining us with all of those details. Over to Karnataka now. Let's get you a horrifying story that's come in from Karnataka's Dharmastala. This is a shocking tale of alleged rape and murder of hundreds of women and its cover-up. A search of a mother for her daughter for more than 20 years. Now, a former sanitation worker from Dharmastala in Karnataka has claimed that he was forced to dispose of hundreds of bodies over 2 decades. He's made these allegations public. It's something that authorities are looking into, but these are very, very shocking allegations that have come to the fore. Details in our report.
On July 4th, a former sanitation worker filed a complaint at the Dharmastala police station through his lawyers. In it, he claims he was forced by the temple administration to dispose of hundreds of bodies between 1995 and 2014. He now fears for his life and has sought police protection and a full investigation. The allegations are even more disturbing when placed against the backdrop of the Saujanya case, where activists continue to allege a massive cover-up. And now, this new testimony threatens to blow the lid off what they believe is decades of silence and suppression. The sanitation worker in his complaint paints a horrific picture of what he claims to have witnessed during his tenure.
I worked as a sanitation worker from 1995 to 2014. While cleaning the Netravati River area, I began encountering corpses, mostly of women. Some of them appeared to have been raped and murdered. Many were found without clothes, bearing signs of violence. When I refused to obey, I was beaten and threatened. I was told, "We will cut you into pieces. Your body will be buried like the rest."
8 days after filing the complaint, the sanitation worker appeared in court and had his statement recorded under Section 183 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. The witness and legal team had submitted the skeletal remains exhumed by the whistleblower at Belthangadi Police Headquarters. FSL teams at the Belthangadi Police Station examined the skeletal remains being handed over by the witness to the police. But the story doesn't end there. Adding to the shock, another complaint had now surfaced from Sujata, the mother of Ananya Bhatt, a first-year MBBS student who went missing during a college trip to Dharmastala in 2003. She says her plea was ignored by the police, and what happened next is even more chilling.
ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನಾನು ಬಂದೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು 4 ಜನ ಬಂದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಗಳನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಕೈಯೆಲ್ಲ ರೂಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಹಾಕಿ ಕೈಯೆಲ್ಲ ಕಟ್ಟ ಹಾಕಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಗಾಯಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಅವಳು ಕೂಡ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ 5 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟರು. ನಿನಗೆ ಜೀವ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹೊರಟು ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ವಾರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರು. ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ. ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಯಾರೋ ಹಿಂದುಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬಂದು ಹೊಡೆದಾವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 8 ಸ್ಟಿಚ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ.
She came here and tried to lodge a complaint before police station, but police has denied to issue the complaint. And recently, when the case got any progress, somebody has came and said that he has buried some dead bodies and all. Then she got hope and she met me and she asked me for the legal help. We came here and we met the SP sir, and SP sir is saying that he will act as per the law.
It's more than 12 days that an FIR has been registered that unknown bodies were buried at temple town of Dharmastala. But the larger question asked by activists are why there is a delay in exhumation process of this particular investigation, and who are the people who are stopping this particular investigation, and more importantly, who are the people who are trying to influence and being protected in this entire case. With your journalist Madhu Sagaraj reporting for India Today, Bengaluru.
Well, we hope those allegations aren't true, because if it is, shocking really that so many women have gone missing and nobody's reported it for decades together. Let's move on to news from Tamil Nadu, where you see the AIADMK and DMK getting into election mode. Months to go for the 2026 Tamil Nadu election. The leader of opposition, Edappadi Palaniswamy, AIADMK chief, is now basing his campaign on making his supporters cheer constantly "Bye Bye Stalin." It's almost become an anthem of sorts for the AIADMK during their campaigns. He's also responded to Deputy Chief Minister Udayanidhi Stalin mocking the alliance of the AIADMK and BJP. Remember, Udayanidhi Stalin mocked him, saying he's constantly knocking on Home Minister Amit Shah's door. EPS has defended the fact that there's an alliance, saying that if we're knocking on the Home Minister's door, it's the people of Tamil Nadu who benefit. Take a look at this war of words that's playing out.
Bye bye Stalin! Allah சத்தமா சொல்லுங்க ஸ்டாலின் கேக்குற மாதிரி. Bye bye Stalin! Bye bye Stalin! Bye bye Stalin! அது மட்டுமல்ல, திரு உதயநிதி அவர்கள் பேசுகிறார். எடப்பாடி பழனிசாமி அமித்ஷா வீட்டு கதவை தட்டணும். என்னையா தப்பு? அவர் உள்துறை அமைச்சர், நீயும் செய்ய மாட்டேங்கிற, செய்யறவங்களை விட மாட்டேங்கிற. நீயாவது செய்ய வேணும் மக்களுக்கு, நீயும் செய்ய மாட்டேங்கிற. செய்யறவங்களை பார்த்து கதவை தட்டினா தானே தமிழ்நாட்டு மக்களுடைய பிரச்சனை தீரும். நாங்க தட்டிய காரணத்தினால்தான் 100 நாள் வேலை திட்ட பணம் கிடைச்சது. ஜாதிவாரி கணக்கெடுப்பு அந்த திட்டம் நிறைவேறியது.
அவரு எனக்கு டாடா பை பை சொல்றாராம். மாண்புமிகு 10 தோல்வி பழனிசாமி அவர்களே, 2019ஆம் ஆண்டிலிருந்து தமிழ்நாட்டு மக்கள் தொடர்ச்சியா உங்களுக்கு டாடா பை பை சொல்லிட்டு தான் இருக்காங்க. இந்த தேர்தலில் உங்களுக்கு நிரந்தரமா குட் பை சொல்லிட்டு போறாங்க. உங்க சுயநலத்துக்காக, உங்க குடும்பத்தினரை ரைடிலிருந்து காப்பாற்றுறதுக்காக அதிமுகவையே டெல்லியில போய் அமித்ஷா கிட்ட அடமானம் வச்சுட்டு வந்திருக்கிறீங்க. 3 காரு 4 காருன்னு மாறி அமித்ஷா வீட்டு கதை தட்டின கதையை பற்றி தம்பி உதயநிதி தான் முதல்ல எடுத்து பேசினார். நீங்க என்ன சொல்றீங்க? அமித்ஷா வீட்டு கதை தட்டா என்ன தப்பு அப்படின்னு வெக்கமில்லாம கேட்கறீங்க. யாருக்காக தட்டிங்க? உங்க குடும்பத்தை ரைடிலிருந்து காப்பாற்ற உங்க கட்சியை அடமானம் வைக்கத்தானே தட்டினீங்க.
பாஜகவோடு இனி எந்த காலத்திலையும் கூட்டணி இல்லைன்னு சொல்லிட்டு அடுத்த மாசமே ஓடி ஒளிஞ்சு போய் 4 கார் மாறி போய் டெல்லியில போய் கள்ள கூட்டணி வச்சுட்டு வந்தவர் தான் திரு எடப்பாடி பழனிசாமி அவர்கள். இன்னைக்கு அது வெளில வந்துருச்சு. இன்னைக்கு ஒவ்வொரு நாளும் திரு அமித்ஷா அவர்கள் ஒரு நாள் சொல்றாரு கூட்டணி ஆட்சி தான் அப்படின்னு. திரு எடப்பாடி பழனிசாமி அடுத்த நாள் சொல்றாரு கிடையாது தனித்துவமான ஆட்சி தான் அப்படின்னு. இப்படி அவங்களுக்குள்ளேயே ஒரு ஒற்றுமை இல்லாத நிலைமை போய்கிட்டு இருக்கு. இன்னும் சொல்றேன், 2 பேரும் போட்டி போட்டுக்கிட்டு இப்படி பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தாங்கன்னா தமிழ்நாட்டில் ஒரு தொகுதியில கூட டெபாசிட்ட கூட வாங்காது அந்த கூட்டணி. இந்து சமய அறநிலையத்துறை சார்பாக கல்லூரிகள் கட்டலாமா, இது எவ்வளவு பெரிய அநியாயம் அப்படின்னு பேசியிருக்கிறார். கோவில் நிதியில ஏழை எளிய பிள்ளைகள் படிக்க கல்லூரி தொடங்கினா திரு எடப்பாடி பழனிசாமி அவர்களுக்கு ஏன் கோபம் வருது? இந்து சமய அறநிலையத்துறையே இருக்கக்கூடாதுன்னு சொல்ற பாஜகவோட கூட்டணி வச்சதுனால இன்னைக்கு எடப்பாடி பழனிசாமி அவர்களும் ஒரு முழு சங்கியா மாறி இருக்காரு. அவர் பிரச்சாரத்தை ஆரம்பிக்கும் பொழுது வெள்ளை வேட்டி வெள்ளை சட்டையோட தான் ஆரம்பிச்சார். ஆனா இன்னைக்கு முழுசா காவி சாயத்தோட இருக்கிறார் திரு எடப்பாடி பழனிசாமி அவர்கள்.
I want to bring in Pramod Madhav, who's joining us live from Chidambaram, which is where you're seeing the latest Edappadi Palaniswamy campaign playing out. Pramod, you had a brief conversation with EPS, confident really of a victory in 2026, but basing his entire campaign right now on the anthem of Bye Bye Stalin.
Surely is, Akshita. We have to very clearly say one thing: election has started in Tamil Nadu. We have still 9 months, but leaders have, are having an early start, which means we just have not to be prepared for a language war, but ugly and bad language war. And this is what we see as on one side, Deputy Chief Minister is calling the opposition leader as a full sangi, while the opposition leader is going ahead and is saying bad bye Stalin and a lot of other things. That way, they are each other are throwing jibes at each other very badly. And today at Chidambaram also we saw the same thing. But we got a chance to speak to the opposition leader and AIADMK General Secretary. We could ask him only one question. We asked him how was he how the people receiving his campaign, and he said it's completely delighted. He said we could see it on yourself. Yes, there was a lot of crowd at this spot, and we still have to say AIADMK won 66 seats last election, which means they still have a cult following, and which means they still can definitely have a huge impact when it comes to 2026 elections. And here EPS definitely wants to have an early start. That's what we can see through this campaign, Akshita.
For the AIADMK to give the DMK tough competition, they're going to have to work hard on kind of building their base, which is what Edappadi Palaniswamy is also doing with these campaigns that he's already kicked off. Thanks very much, Pramod. He'll be tracking the latest that comes in on EPS's campaign there, spread across Tamil Nadu. Let's round up for you all the other big headlines coming in from the southern states. Actor politician Kamal Haasan met his friend superstar Rajinikanth to share the news of him being appointed as a Rajya Sabha MP. Kamal Haasan is among the 6 candidates from Tamil Nadu who's elected unopposed to Rajya Sabha. Kamal Haasan and Rajinikanth remain close friends, which is why he met personally with superstar Rajinikanth at his residence. As the investigation continues into the alleged liquor case in Andhra Pradesh, the Special Investigation Team has issued lookout notice now for YSRCP MP Mithun Reddy. The MP is facing allegations of being one of the crucial people who knew the operations of the scam. In Kerala, with local body polls a few months away, opposing fronts at the Thiruvananthapuram Corporation sharpened their attacks on rivals. With BJP alleging corruption by the LDF, they hit the streets of Thiruvananthapuram. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin slammed the BJP over Kachativa Island. Stalin alleged that the central government led by the BJP isn't concerned about Tamil Nadu fishermen, and that's why they've done nothing to retrieve the Kachativa Island. That's all we have time for in this edition of Super 6. Thanks very much for tuning in. As I wrap up this broadcast, I'm leaving you with some lovely photos of Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla. He's back. He's back home safe. He's back on earth. And these are the first pictures that he's shared on social media of his meeting with his family, his wife and his 4-year-old son. They've been waiting for this moment because remember, even before the mission, for almost a month, he wasn't allowed to hug, to touch anyone while in quarantine. And so this is the first time he's getting a chance to hug his wife and his son. A beautiful homecoming moment indeed.